Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, hey everyone. We are from Group 3, consists four members, Pak Andri Malisa, Pak Gevri, me, Pak Prianto, and Pak Reza Falakriski. And we talk to you about the food process manufacturing simulation using this great event, and we think it will have more efficiency for the manufacturing in our company. Next slide, please. Okay. This company is PT Bumbu Makmur Abadi. It's a company that produce versatile instant seasoning in sachet form from 200 kilogram of bulk seasoning, flat portion on a single pallet. The product is first dried and then filled into sachets. It's weighing an average of 0.2 kilogram or 20 grams. This creates a ratio of 1 for 1,000, meaning one raw material unit is equivalent to 1,000 finished goods products. The sachets are then subjected to a leak test using a leak testing machine, and this in this presentation the issue is are in certain months the warehouse become full, leaving no available racks, and this causes disruption in supply chain. Okay, next slide. uh, Here are some objectives, some goals of food process manufacturing simulation using discrete event are as follows. First, of course, enhancing product efficiency. So streamline workflows to make better use of resources and reduce processing time. And then the second, identifying process bottlenecks. Detect key points in the manufacturing process that may lead to inefficiency or delays. And third, supporting informed decision making. Deliver insight based on data to guide operational and strategic choices. Fourth, optimizing resource utilization. Maximize the effective use of raw materials, equipment, and workforce while minimizing waste and expenses. Fifth, testing process variations. Simulate and evaluate different production setups to identify the most effective strategies for scaling or improvement. And then maintaining quality standards, simulate operation to ensure consistent adherence to quality requirements. And the last, strengthening supply chain alignment, coordinates production process with supply chain needs to improve overall efficiency and reduce disruptions. This Here are some conceptual model. So from raw material to drying machine to packaging machine and to leg testing machine to finish good, and also delivered with the truck distribution, and then alternative process matrix with matrix the component raw material warehouse. The inputs is pellets or raw seasoning 200 kilogram, and then the output is supplies to drying machine, and then the bottleneck or constraints in storage space constraints. And then with component drying machine, the input is raw material and the outputs are process material, and the bottlenecks or constraint is high utilization rates. And then with component packaging machine, the input is process material, the outputs is package sachet 0.2 kilogram, and then the bottlenecks or constraint is dependent on drying output. And then with component leak testing machine, the inputs package assets, the outputs quality approved assets, and the bottlenecks or constraint is testing speed. Then the component finished good warehouse, the inputs is approved asset, the output are supply for shipment, and the bottlenecks or constraint is limited storage space. And then component truck for distribution, input, of course, finished goods, outputs, delivered products, and then bottleneck or constraint is truck capacity. Next slide. This is data and specification. Product process for raw material conversion consists of 200 kilogram of bulk seasoning per pallet and finished goods, sachets of 20 grams each, and ratio one raw material unit for 1,000 finished good products. And the process, drying, sachet filling, and leak testing. And machine utilization, drying machine, initially heavily utilized 100%, identified as a bottleneck, and adding machines reduce utilization to 96% or 80%. And filling machine save 30% utilization. And then leak testing machine utilization around 36.8%. So about warehouse and transportation, raw material warehouse consistency full, baseline 63 pallets, 12.6 tons, and after optimization become 78 pallets or 15.6 tons. And then finished good warehouse continuously reach full capacity even after additional racks and shipping capacity. Initial two trucks each carrying 31 pallets or 62 pallets total. Lalu optimize two trucks each carrying 39 pallets or 78 pallets total. And then equipment utilization, forklift consistently low utilization, hand pallets, specs of high activity linked to specific task, production and logistic, increase in production and shipping output 24%. And then synchronization between raw material inflow and finished good outflow. Next, please, Pak Reza.
Oke, thank you, Pak Adi. We want to explain about the experiment flow. We conduct four experiment, and this before improvement means the existing condition. Experiment one is at drying machine. Experiment two at racking in finished good. Experiment three increase shipping capacity of finished good, and also the last one is optimizing. This all of the flow. The first one we found the initial problem is raw material warehouse was full, and after simulate the existing condition, we've got 90% utilization of drying machine. So we identified about this bottleneck. This experiment one adding to and the utilization decreased drastically until 5%. And the adding to drying machine, the production increase also, and the finished good warehouse has become full. And we do the experiment to adding the rack of finished good warehouse. The result is still full, and we try to increase the shipping truck capacity, become 31 pallets, and this a good way to the result finished good warehouse utilization was decreased. And the last one, because the machine and the warehouse have the low utilization, we optimize the process with increasing raw material truck capacity from 63 to become 78 pallets, and increase finished good 31 to 39 pallets. This experiment for. And after that, we go to the model. So this is the existing condition, and these are the simulation that our syndicate create. We try to run it. And in existing condition, we found all the process of manufacture. There is a truck unloading raw material, unloading dock, raw material, and so on. This visualization. This one is 3D visualization. And we also add the features of navigating camera to see all of side in the manufacture. And this one, this logic that we have created, flow process, raw material track, finished good track, and the simulation show us the store raw material has no available cells. This means the raw material storage was full. This existing condition. And this one we also see the utilization is near 90%. And we jump to the last experiment. The last experiment uh, and this for experiment that we have conduct to found the solution. And I want to show you the last experiment after we uh I I mean after we optimize. So the optimize means we add the two drying machine, we add the capacity of raw material, and we add the finished good. So the production process was increased. And this one, this demonstration of the last experiment. Uh, in the previous one, we've got the storage material was full, but after we add the two drying machine and also increase the truck of raw material, there is a normal condition and also the increase of capacity production that we said before. This one is the 3D view, and the manufacturer run smoothly without full of the storage. Okay, I think the simulation that's all. So the result and the analysis with deliver with Pak Andri.
Next. Yeah. Okay. So based on simulation from simulation 1 on simulation 2 for the we get 9 results. First is the storage utilization by minutes, the raw material, The utilization show a periodic fluctuation indicating as well managed flow of raw material into the production process. There is no extensive accumulation of underutilization of the storage. And the finished good, the trend is inverse to raw material utilization, reflecting effective conversion of raw materials into finished goods and timely movement of finished goods into. And the second is forklift utilization. The forklift utilization is consistent and low, suggesting that the forklift are neither overused or idle. This indicated sufficient availability for material handling needs without overburdening resource. Then the number three, and pallet utilization. The utilization spike at uh, intervals, showing periodic of manual handling activity. This could be linked to specific production or logistics tasks that rely on hand pallets. And the fourth is the total truck raw materials. The fluctuation in raw materials, truck utilization suggests a batch-wise of or a cyclical supply process. This aligns approach, ensuring raw material are available when needed without extensive storage requirement. Next. And the five, machine process utilization. We have three points. First is the drying machine running full capacity 100%, highlighting with highlighting bottleneck in the production process that could constrain overall output. And filling machine, the utilization is stable approximately 36.8%, indicating room for optimization or increasing throughput. And another is leak testing machine. Utilization is steady around 36.8%, aligning with the drying process, but below full capacity. And the sixth is about average machine process utilization. The average utilization of all machines showing a mix underutilized and overburdened resource, pointing to opportunities for balancing productivity capacity across the different process. Seven is about the raw material in kilograms. The raw material inflow estimate suggesting that raw material supply is synchronizing with the production schedule. And the number eight is total finished good in pieces. The finished good output closely mirrors the raw material trend, confirming efficiency conversion of the raw materials into finished goods with minimal delays. And number nine, about the results from the simulation 1 and simulation 2, we got that the truck utilization for finished good transport show periodic peaks and trough, indicating potential overutilization of shipping resource at certain times. So based on the simulation 1 and simulation 2, the key takeaway is first is the strength. Is the point one is balance storage from raw material and finished good. Then the forklift and leak testing machine has a sufficient capacity, and the consistency flow of material into production and finished good into distribution. But we also find the weakness is filling machine operating full capacity, creating a bottleneck that limit production the scalability. And the last is the truck utilization. Period of underutilization suggests inefficiency in logistic planning. Okay, that's all from me. And another presentation we will present by my colleague, Mr. Geoffrey. Please, Mr. Geoffrey.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll explain for the scenario analysis result for my Groom presentation. The first one is the raw material. Warehouse and finished goods warehouse are consistently full. After conducting a few simulations, it was found that the drying machine's utilization rate was very high. So by adding one drying machine, utilization decreased to 96%. Adding two drying machines also reduced the utilization further to 80%. So this allowed for an increase in raw material orders from the initial 63 pallets times 200 kilograms, equivalent to 12.6 tons, to 78 pallets or 15.6 tons with the addition of two drying machine, in resulting a 24% capacity increase. The second one is the finished goods warehouse become even fuller. Even with the addition of two storage racks, the warehouse remained full. Thus, it took longer to reach full capacity. The solution was to improve shipping process with the production capacity increase. Finished goods output also rose, requiring an adjustment in truck shipping capacity initially to trucks each on pallets. In total, 62 were used. This was increased to two trucks, each carrying 39 pallets, 78 pallets in total. Consequently, there was a 24% increase in both production and shipping output. And for the conclusion of our simulation in manufacturing process is for the PT Bumbu Makmur Abadi has a problem with a full raw material warehouse. This case is simulated using the discrete event method that we ran before. Bottleneck is a very high utilization of the drying machine, which is 99%. The second one is recommended to add to drying machine so the raw material warehouse will operate normally and there will be an increase in production capacity of 24% also can increase the company profit. And for the third one is raw material receipts are also predicted to increase from 12.6 tons to 15.6 tons per 8 hours or per shift. And the last one is the shipment of finished goods increased 12.4 million pieces to 15.6 million pieces. So that's all for our simulation and our group presentation. Thank you for taking an attention to watching this presentation. And I hope it has provided you with valuable insight. So wishing you all the best moving forward. Thank you for Group 3